Hello, everyone. I'd like to start by welcoming all of you to the Reimagining Real Estate Sustainability Summit, the European Perspective. I'm proud to represent and share IKEA's work around real estate and sustainability here today. I also hope to share our ideas, plant some seeds, and connect with future partners to help us all on our journey to become more sustainable. I'm Rob Olson, the Group Real Estate Manager for Inca, based in Malmo, Sweden. I've been in the retail business for the past 30 years, starting with Walmart and then joining IKEA in 1998 as we were opening a store just outside of Chicago. I've been closely involved in our real estate activities since 2008, and the last 3.5 years being responsible for maintaining and developing our large and growing real estate portfolio around the globe. For those of you that do not know Inca, we are the largest franchise in the IKEA brand. Within Inca, we have over 600 buildings in 31 countries. 385 of those sites are IKEA stores, and we continue to add more each year. We also own and operate shopping centers, as well as logistic facilities and many offices. We prioritize ownership of our locations, but we do lease some as well. Climate change is important for us as we are facing an unprecedented crisis over the last few months that has truly shaken our society. We are also facing a climate crisis, and it is clear that global warming is no longer a distant threat, but a visible reality. The climate crisis is affecting the lives of many millions of people around the world. The next hot summer with wildfires and heat waves, flooding, and drought will painfully remind us that we keep on warming the one planet we all share. The ongoing COVID 19 outbreak has shown how fragile the world we live in can be. It has reinforced the critical need to strengthen the resilience of our societies and the ways in which our economic systems function. The climate action is at the heart of that. The time for talk is over. We need to act, and we need to act now to accelerate climate action and limit global warming to below 1.5 degrees centigrade. The climate crisis presents a daunting challenge, and if we choose to ignore it for a year or two, the reality will become even more expensive. No one can do everything, but everyone can do something, especially when we work together. Businesses, big and small, NGOs, governments, activists, citizens. We still have it in our own hands to change the direction of the climate crisis and use the recovery from COVID 19 to build back better and create the future we want to be part of. That is why we remain optimistic and have a solution oriented theme and tone of voice. Together, we can drive the journey towards a net zero carbon emissions and a fair and equal economy and society. This will lead to green economic growth and the creation of jobs. It will also have a positive impact on air quality, pollution, congestion, energy security, biodiversity, and reduce the risk for severe weather events like flooding, wildfires, droughts, and storms, as well as future health emergencies. With more than 75 years of experience in life at home and the retail industry, IKEA is transforming into a sustainable business. Being a sustainable, purposeful, and resilient business and employer is critical for our profitability, for people, and the planet. It's what our colleagues and customers expect of us. It is about living up to our vision, which is to create a better everyday life for the many people. It's the right thing to do as a value-based and purpose-led company. We care about people and the planet. At IKEA, we believe it's good business to be a good business. If we don't invest in that journey today, we will pay a far higher price tomorrow. IKEA is committed to becoming circular and climate positive by 2030. Climate positive means that IKEA will reduce more greenhouse gases than the IKEA value chain emits while growing the business. We will achieve this by cutting in half the climate footprint of the IKEA value chain in line with the 1.5 degree centigrade target and contribute to additional reductions in society. 2019 marked the first year where IKEA decoupled growth with its greenhouse gas emissions compared to the previous year, with the climate footprint of the value chain decreasing by 4.3% in absolute terms, while our sales increased by 6.5%. This was achieved by great improvements in the energy efficiency of lighting and appliances, as well as increase of in renewable energy in the production of our products. From now until 2030 is a crucial decade to turn the climate crisis around. We want to inspire and drive ambitious climate actions. To do that, we have been engaging with stakeholders around climate topics and advocating for ambitious climate actions for a couple of years, and will do so even more going forward. Our objectives are to drive our own ambitious transformation to become circular and climate positive, learn and get inspired and challenged, to inspire and enable the many people to take climate action and live sustainable and healthy lives within the limits of the planet and become champions of change, to inspire and enable the private sector to take more ambitious climate action, to get governments and decision makers to step up their ambitions when it comes to climate goals and policies, to position IKEA as a purpose-driven brand with the ambition to transform into a climate positive and circular business, as well as to inspire and enable people to live everyday better lives within the limits of the planet. As IKEA, we are working with several key regional or global players, business associations and civil society actors, businesses and trade associations, policymakers, young leaders, and other relevant stakeholders. We engage with them to reach our objectives by driving our own transformation, inspiring other businesses to take action, and governments to step up, collaborating in working groups and forums to share, learn, get inspired and challenged, as well as to inspire and engage, working in bilateral or multilateral partnerships to drive solutions forward, joining communication activities to show what others and we do with the goal to inspire others to take action, attending, taking an active role in running events at summits and events such as COP meetings, UN General Assembly, Climate Week, and World Economic Forum, engaging directly with key policymakers and government representatives, initiating relevant initiatives like the Race to Zero Retail Alliance, inspiring customers, running campaigns in cooperation with some key stakeholders to engage the many customers, providing accessible and affordable actions and solutions, and overall collaborating with a selection of these stakeholders at IKEA One Home, One Planet, which is an annual action-oriented event that brings together global problem solvers to discuss how we can tackle the barriers for key people and planet challenges the world and we as IKEA face. Providing guidance from a global level when it comes to the topics that we want to drive and our call to action, we also engage in our countries and around our stores. We are also looking into the opportunities to align the global One Home, One Planet with national and store One Home, One Planet activities so that we can continue the engagement journey. This summit today is a great opportunity for us in real estate to come together to see how we can drive towards a net zero carbon emission society, to become circular and climate positive. Like many of you, we don't have full transparency or clarity on how we can achieve all aspects of our goals, but we know we must find a way. We know we must not only use the expertise in our teams to deliver, but we must partner together with you and others in the industry to find new ways to improve and make real impact. We do not see this as a competition with others in the industry, but more so as a collaboration to help us move the needle and secure that we alter the current direction of our planet. It is up to all of us to leave this world better for our children and create a path to reduce the current trends. To move towards zero emissions, the goals we focus on most within real estate at IKEA are striving for zero waste and becoming 100% circular, powered by 100% renewable energy, and generate more renewable energy than we consume. Within waste, our biggest push has been in property management to support site operations. We started by educating our coworkers in all of our sites to secure awareness and engagement in our zero waste movement. We established group rules and standard operating procedures to reduce waste. We set clear goals both on total and by site to measure our progress. We partnered with our procurement teams to optimize our supplier base to our future needs and adjusted requirements for these suppliers. We started to work with circular cardboard projects to take our cardboard from our sites and utilize this in the development of our products. We have restaurants in all of our stores, and in these have implemented a Waste Watchers program, which has greatly reduced our food waste with a short-term goal of a 50% reduction. As of today, over 80% of our waste is recycled, which puts us well on our way towards zero waste. Within property development, we're still in the early stages of understanding how to achieve zero waste. We have recently partnered with an organization that we can't yet announce to participate in an initiative around clean construction, but are still in the brainstorming phase. We also implement BREEAM Very Good and BREEAM Excellent in all of our new buildings. Our efforts must improve it, as we know construction is one of the biggest contributors to climate crisis today, contributing more than 23% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. The production of steel and concrete alone contributes 7 to 8% of the emissions. Within our goal of being powered by 100% renewable energy, we will achieve this by 2025. In order to do so, we are utilizing the energy pyramid, which starts with energy conservation as a base, moving up into energy efficiency, and finally ends with renewable energy generation. Our starting point has been to conduct an energy audit in our locations. Here we identify what options are available to both reduce the energy and to generate renewable energy. As I said, we start with energy conservation. This is a human element where all the coworkers can actually contribute. Here we start with training and awareness. We raise awareness around efficiency and provide proper training to help lower consumption. We focus on minimizing usage by turning off lights, closing doors, reporting broken occupancy centers, turning off computer monitors when not in use, etc. We also work to optimize our operations. We adjust schedules and procedures for increased efficiency, utilizing cleaning lights in the morning and overnight versus normal lighting. We schedule lighting checks during regular hours when the lights are scheduled to be turned on. We work with our existing BMS systems to forecast heating and cooling demand based on weather and occupancy patterns to automatically adjust settings. We secure proper preventative maintenance routines to secure longer lifespans of equipment and ensure equipment is operating at its highest efficiency. We also have an energy checklist that helps our teams better understand their building's energy performance and identify areas for increased efficiency. Secondly, we focus on energy efficiency. Here we implement LED lighting in our locations. All new buildings we develop have full LED. We've also converted 37% of our locations to 100% LED and an additional 32% that have over 75% LED. We then work on power quality correction by stabilizing grid voltages so we can achieve more efficient motor operation, as well as the frequency variation of the grid. As we have restaurants in our locations and bistros, we work with heat recovery on kitchen exhaust by installing heat recovery systems and demand control ventilation. We complete infrared scans of all of our buildings to identify leakages that can be sealed and insulated. We also implement demand steered controls throughout, like light sensors, escalator sensors, and ventilation sensors. With both energy conservation and energy efficiency efforts, we plan to improve our energy efficiency in 2030 by 40%, and this is compared to our 2010 baseline. Already by the end of our 2019, we have improved by 23.6%, so we're well on our way to our goal. Lastly, we focus on energy generation. Once we have done our utmost to reduce our need, we work to offset that need by creating renewable energy. Within real estate, we focus on creating on-site energy, while our Inca investments team focuses on generating energy off-site. Since 2009, we have invested over 2.5 billion euro between on-site and off-site wind farms and solar panels. Our renewable energy generation now exceeds consumption in our stores and shopping centers. Not all of this production feeds to our sites, so we are now working on powering our operations with 100% renewable energy. Today, 50% of our energy consumption is renewable. We own 546 wind turbines in 14 countries, 2 solar farms with 1.5 million photovoltaic panels, and more than 920,000 solar panels on the rooftops of our stores and warehouses. As of today, we already have a location in Jerez, Spain that produces more energy on site than it uses. We also just recently finished a project in the US in Baltimore, Maryland that now produces more electricity than it uses. We have more projects both live in construction and planned that will join Jerez and Baltimore this coming year. These locations are in Spain, Portugal, Australia, and the US. For on-site production, we primarily look at PV panels, fuel cells, smaller wind turbines, as well as renewable heating and cooling solutions. We also work with battery storage, fuel cells, and biomass to support. We are continually modifying our plans through 2030 that encompass all of our buildings and will lead us to the goals and help us become net zero. We have built this with a balance of planet and profit in mind. We put the highest return projects first and work towards the projects that are not profitable today. We know with time, energy price increases, and equipment price decreases, more projects will become profitable. We lead with purpose to be both profitable and sustainable. We've taken many steps within Inca to move towards our 2030 goals of becoming climate positive. We are well on our way with many actions to deliver to this overarching goal, but we need to help fully achieve our ambitions. We have come together with RE100, We Mean Business, and many more groups. We have also set up events like One Home, One Planet to bring together many of the best minds to work towards our better future. Here in this summit, we have heard the successes and challenges to build a more sustainable future. Let's see how we can partner together to drive forward actions within real estate. We cannot achieve what is needed alone. We must partner together to truly make a difference. There are still many opportunities to explore in property management and property development. Selfishly, we would love to discuss clean construction with you and see how we can reduce our emissions. I know when we come together, we can and we will find a way to become more climate positive. Thank you for listening to me today, and thanks in advance for working with us towards a better future tomorrow. Take care.